Hey, it's Joe from supplementclarity.com. Today we're going to talk again about nicotinamide mononucleotide. You know it better as NMN, popular anti-aging supplement touted to raise NAD levels. In this video, I want to show you the nature of the research on NMN to give you an idea if it's right for you and then give you my thoughts on that research. Let's start by looking at several different studies. So we've got this one from 2016, long-term administration of nicotinamide mononucleotide reduces age-associated physiological decline in mice. So it's a 1-year long study. That's great, but it's a mouse study. I'll throw it out based on that because you're not a mouse. How about this one from 2011? Nicotinamide mononucleotide, a key NAD intermediate, treats the pathophysiology of diet and age-induced diabetes in mice. There's that word again, another mouse study. How about this one from 2018? Nicotinamide mononucleotide preserves mitochondrial function, that's good, and increases survival in hemorrhagic shock. That sounds great, except, again, it's basically a mouse and rat study. How about this one from 2017? Short-term administration of nicotinamide mononucleotide preserves cardiac mitochondrial homeostasis and prevents heart failure. Again, really great title. Read down a little bit. It's a mouse study. Are you sensing a trend here? Got another one for you. This one's from 2020. Nicotinamide mononucleotide supplementation reverses the declining quality of maternally aged oocytes, basically the eggs, and they're saying that this might help egg quality in older women. Sounds wonderful, except they didn't study women. Again, it's a mouse study. Got a few more for you here. 2016, nicotinamide mononucleotide protects against beta amyloid-induced cognitive impairment and brain cell death. They're talking Alzheimer's disease here. So if you're taking this for Alzheimer's, where's the proof? Well, it's a rat study. There is no research that NMN protects against memory loss or Alzheimer's disease. Keep that in your mind. That research has not been done yet. How about this one? This one from 2017, NMN supplementation improves the impact of maternal obesity in mice. Again, it's another mouse study. They're saying it actually protects against gaining weight during pregnancy. They combined it with exercise. I love that, except the fact it's a mouse study and they injected it. They injected the NMN. They did not take it orally. Based on that, this study is a dud in my opinion. It's not applicable to anybody who's taken supplements because what you get when you inject something may be different than when you take it orally. So again, it's, in my opinion, not an applicable study if you're taking this for as a supplement. How about this one? Nicotinamide mononucleotide supplementation rescues cerebral vascular endothelial function and neurovascular coupling responses and improves cognitive function in aged, you guessed it, mice. Are you sensing a trend here? A lot of mouse studies. Another one from 2018, cardioprotection, heart protection by NMN. Yet again, another mouse study. 2020. Again, look at the years. Administration of NMN reduces metabolic impairment in male mouse offspring from obese mothers. Basically, they're saying that if your mom was overweight, this stuff might protect you against diabetes. Again, I want to call attention that this is a mouse study. There is no evidence that NMN protects people against diabetes, whether their mom was overweight or not. So I just showed you a whole bunch of mouse studies. What about people? Is there any human research on NMN supplements? And here it is. 2020 it came out, the effective oral administration of NMN on clinical parameters and nicotinamide metabolites in healthy Japanese men. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's take a look at this one. So it's a small study, 10 guys. They're given a single dose of either 100 milligrams, 250 milligrams, or 500 milligrams of NMN. So again, this is basically a one-day study, essentially. They didn't take this out for 3 or 4 or 5 months. And they show that NMN did not cause any significant clinical symptoms, okay, no side effects, or changes in heart rate, okay, didn't make it go up or down. Blood pressure didn't make the blood pressure go up or down, something to think about if you have high blood pressure. It didn't improve oxygen saturation, didn't increase it or didn't decrease it, okay? Again, something to think about if you're taking this for exercise, and it didn't affect body temperature either, okay? They go on to say, laboratory analysis results did not show any significant changes except for increases in bilirubin, that's interesting, and decreases in basically creatinine levels, chloride, and blood sugar levels, but they all stayed within normal ranges. So there was some increases and there was some decreases, but basically there was no significant changes in, say, blood sugar, for instance. Again, something to think about if you're taking NMN to, say, lower your blood sugar. They go on to say in this study, there was no changes in sleep quality. So these men did not sleep any better when they took NMN. I bring that up because some people have told me that when they take NAD booster supplements, they sleep better. This study says no, that doesn't appear to be the case. Now, they do show that NMN does raise the metabolites. These are metabolites of NAD, and that's good. I'm glad, and I believe that it will raise NAD and NAD metabolites. I think that's pretty much firmly established. But the rest of it, not too impressed with. And so I was kind of surprised when they say at the end of this study, thus the oral administration of NMN was found to be feasible. Feasible for what? And indicating a potential therapeutic effect for mitigating age-related disorders in humans. Wait a minute. This study didn't show it mitigated anything. All this study showed was that it raised NAD metabolites. Something to think about. Right now, this is the only human study I was able to uncover on NMN. So the big question is, why are all these really smart researchers stuck on a hamster wheel testing this stuff on mice, rats, and isolated cells in a petri dish? I didn't even talk about that stuff because you and I, we're not isolated clumps of cells in a petri dish. I don't know why they are doing this. This stuff has been around for a long time. NMN has been around for several years. Why are they still stuck looking at mice, basically doing what's called pure research? I want to see applied research, okay? And by the way, if you're looking for a supplement that actually has a lot of human research, lowering cholesterol, LDL, inflammation, triglycerides, check the link below. Lots of human studies on the product that I'm going to recommend in the comments below. Now, last thing. For the college students who are watching me right now, here are 7 things to study. If you're looking for a dissertation topic, how about these? These are 7 easy things to test for that you could probably get a dissertation out of. Number 1, does NMN help older people walk faster or improve balance? This is touted to be an anti-aging supplement. Let's see if it helps people walk faster or improves balance. Easy thing to test. Does it improve exercise capacity? Does NMN help you run faster, jump higher, lift heavier weights? Does it improve, say, red blood cell concentration, oxygen saturation, VO2 max? That would be another easy thing to test. Does it help your memory, regardless of your age? I'm not even talking Alzheimer's here. Does it improve your memory regardless of your age? Again, another fairly easy thing to study. How about blood pressure? So there's I showed you a little bit of research that NMN might not lower blood pressure, but let's test that further. Again, that'd be a super easy thing to figure out. How about lowering blood sugar and hemoglobin A1C levels? Why isn't anybody testing that? Again, you could test blood sugar levels pretty easy. Hemoglobin A1C might take a few months to test, but again, it wouldn't be an overly difficult thing to figure out. Reducing cellular inflammation. Remember, a lot of diseases associated with aging are associated with a rise in inappropriate cell inflammation. If NMN is a anti-aging supplement, does it reduce inflammation, inappropriate inflammation? Does it reduce, say, CRP, C-reactive protein? That could be tested for fairly easily. And then lastly, does it reduce arthritis pain? Again, another condition of aging. There's 7 things that I think could be easily tested for. And I don't know why researchers aren't doing any of this research. Hopefully they're in a pipeline. I just haven't seen them, but that's the state of things right now. So you're taking NMN. Let me know what you think of it. Is it helping you? Leave a comment below, because maybe researchers are watching this video right now and you can give them ideas on what to test and study in the future. That's it, gang. Share, like with this with your friends. And until next time, I'm Joe Cannon. Go out, be safe, and I'll see you next time.